Predict the World Cup and win $1 million. For the 2022 World Cup, Opta are offering fans around the world a chance to win $1 million. Simply predict where each team will finish in the group stages, along with the winner of each knockout fixture and overall winners to land a prize. Click the link below to play the Opta 1 million game. Subscribe to DR Sports for the inside track on how to win the 1 million. Hi and welcome along to DR Sports. I've got a question for you. Who is going to win the World Cup in Qatar 2022? Who do you think is going to win it? No? England? Right. Joining me to discuss this, I've got Duncan Alexander from Opta and I've got Nicky from West Ham Fan TV. And guys, do not forget, as we've got Duncan in the building, right, that you can win $1 million by entering their big competition this year. Tell us about this competition. It's got me hooked.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's called Opta Million, and you can win $1 million, which sounds pretty good. And I can confirm is pretty good. All you got to do is predict the order of each group. So that's the 8 groups of the World Cup. Get that right. That will give you the knockout stages. Predict all of those correctly up to the final, and you will win $1 million. You get it all right. So
if you do predict the World Cup final winner, you're one step closer to $1 million.
Exactly. Predict the winner and then work backwards. That's right. That's what I like to do.
Right, now if you want more details of how to get involved and how to enter, all you got to do is click the link in the description and all the information is there. Subscribe here to DR Sports and you can get all the information and you could possibly win $1 million by just watching this video. Do it right now. Now, guys, I'm going to start with you, Nicky. Who is going to win the World Cup? As a matter of fact, I want 2 things. Who's going to win the World Cup that you think? And who's your dark horse? A team that nobody's talking about. They're well under the radar, but you think you never know. They could emerge and do something special.
I think, realistically, I think Brazil will win the World Cup. They've got a good pedigree, good team now. You know, back to, I wouldn't say they're best because I've seen better Brazil teams, but resilience. They've got resilience in there, and they've got some top players on top form. Vinicius, Neymar, to name but 2, but also players to do the dirty work. So, I would plump my money if I was a betting man. I'd plump my money on Brazil. Just plainly because they know what it is to win the World Cup. You know, they've won it numerous times. They're the most, right?
Yeah, 5 times. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're flattered to deceive in recent World Cups, though, haven't
they? They have, but they've been a bit, as Duncan said in the last video, they've been a bit lightweight in time. But I think they've got a little bit about them this time, and I think they've got, you know, you've got to have a good balance of attacking talent and defensive talent. And I think they've got that at the moment, and they've got a West Ham boy playing for them. You know,
now
the number 10,
Paqueta. Well, all right, I'm going to come back to you for your dark horse. What about you, Duncan? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Well, luckily, I can outsource my thoughts a lot of the time to a computer, which is useful. I recommend it. We got a win predictor model at Opta, and
who's winning?
Top 3 are Brazil, then France, then Argentina, which I think seems about right. I mean, France, we obviously know, you know, they have the propensity some World Cups to go a bit internal issue, which remember 2010, it didn't go very well. But I think they're pretty strong. But yeah, I would agree that Brazil are. I don't think we've gone into a World Cup with such strong outright favourites for quite a while. I think the fact that it's not in Europe, obviously, yeah, Germany did win in Brazil, which was the first time a European team had won in South America. But historically, Brazil have been good at winning World Cups outside of South America. This World Cup is going to be a squad World Cup because it's so squished together. You know, there's no gap between the groups in the last 16. The group stages are shorter than normal. So, again, we've talked about it before. Brazil's squad is insane in how deep it is in pretty much every position. You know, even if their goalkeeper, oh no, Alisson's got injured. All right, we're bringing Edison. It's fine. So yeah, I would also say Brazil. I just think they look ready to win a World Cup. Neymar, you know, he's 30 now. He's clearly been playing the season with the World Cup in mind. You know, he's been his best assist figures already this season. So yeah, I'd say Brazil.
All right, well, I'm going to go against both of you. You know, I think Brazil seems like the obvious choice for many, but I am going for
If you
Argentina.
go for, I was going to say, if you go for England,
You know what? I thought after the Euros, I thought England were good enough to win the World Cup. I thought, and I still think England, if they hit the heights, can do something at this World Cup. I really do, because I don't think this year there's mega differences between teams. I don't think there's one team that stands out way above the other that you say, yeah, for me, favourites. Like even Brazil. I think Brazil can be beaten. I think there's a lot of teams in this that can be beaten on the day. Right? So I think it's a very even World Cup, which is going to make it really interesting. But I think this could be the moment for Argentina. This could be the moment for Messi. They won the Copa America. They got a great team spirit. You know what I mean? They've got a good goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. Very good defence, solid defence. We've seen some of their players in the Premier League, Romero's and people like that, Martinez. They've got all throughout that team very good players, very solid team. And up front, Lautaro Martinez, Messi, they've got a lot of options. I think this could be the tournament. And I'm going for Argentina. They haven't won it for a while either. I'm sure you tell me the last time they won it.
86, yeah.
Sorry?
86.
86.
Maradona.
Times, you know what I mean? So, you know. But I've just got a feeling that this could be the year
fairy tale
for
ending.
Argentina.
Fairy tale.
And a fairy tale ending for Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, if Messi wins the World Cup this year, he should retire as he puts the trophy down, because there's not much else he can do, is there?
Yeah, he would have won. He would have won everything. Which is, you know, would be interesting because a lot of time he's been accused of not winning the big ones.
He's never won the Carabao Cup, to be fair.
Or the Bet.
But I'm going for Messi. What about dark horses? Teams that, you know, a bit under the radar that no one's talking about that could surprise a few. Maybe not win it, but really surprise people by going very far in this World Cup. You Duncan?
Well,
Anyone?
one of the actual benefits of the Opta Million when you actually play it is it gives you, once you've done the groups, it gives you your pathway through the tournament. So I did that, and one of the reasons I went for Denmark as my dark horse is because they're in France's group. But the way that I saw that sort of playing out was that Denmark basically played Mexico in the last 16. And Mexico, everyone knows Mexico always go out of the last 16. That's essentially how far they get. And then they progressed in the quarterfinals to playing Senegal, which I think, again, you know, Senegal, a decent team, but it's...
This is all according to your Opta computer, yeah?
Well, this is according to how I thought the groups would play out using the Opta Million.
Yeah.
So it's a good way of kind of, when you're actually filling it in, I think it's a good way of kind of looking at how, you know, if you change one bit in one group, then the whole pathway changes.
So they have Senegal in what round?
So Mexico in the last 16, and then Senegal in the quarterfinals, which are both winnable. So obviously, remember Denmark got to the semi-finals of the Euro 2020. I could see them doing it again, definitely.
Who's your last four?
So my last four that I actually worked out, it was, and this, I actually had Denmark losing to Senegal because I actually think Senegal were decent. But so the two semi-finals were Argentina v Brazil, which I think I'd tune in for. I think I'd definitely watch that.
Absolutely.
I think we know who's going to win that. And then it was Senegal v Spain in the other one. So Senegal was the kind of outsiders, although they beat Denmark in my thinking. So yeah, so one of Senegal or Denmark, and then Spain, Argentina, Brazil. I think sounds fair.
Wow. Who's your dark horse?
Team you just mentioned, Senegal.
Senegal.
Yeah, I was going to say Spain, but I don't think Spain qualifies as a dark horse, because they have, you know, won it in recent memory. But Senegal, they're decent, they're solid, they're organised, they've got some top players, and quite a favourable path.
Won the African Cup of Nations as well.
African Cup of Nations champions, and quite a favourable path. Even if they got Spain, I think in a semi-final, I think they could beat Spain. I really do, but that would be my dark horse,
Yeah, Uruguay for me are my dark horse. Again, another team that have got very good players. I'm not just basing this off of, you know, luck here. I think Uruguay are stacked with top players, right? And I just got a funny feeling they could go quite far in this tournament as well. You know what I mean? I think they're a team to watch out. They've got a mixture of good young players and experience as well. You know, Uruguay is that team capable of grinding out the results if need be. So I'd say watch out for Uruguay. You know, I think Uruguay could surprise a few people in this tournament. But for me, I'm going for Argentina to win it. What about England? Where do you think they'll finish?
I've got this horrible feeling,
Oh,
Robbie,
don't do it. Don't do it.
that we won't get out of the group stage.
That's you. The group stage.
The group stage.
Why?
Yeah. I think we'll beat Iran. You got a derby with Wales,
Beat
which it could go any way. And
Anyway, Wales.
I'm telling you. We've just got this horrible
You
habit.
feeling it?
I'm worried about England, but I still think the group is almost impossible not to get out of that group. I think
I've seen it.
I've seen it in 2014. Obviously, England came bottom, but that was a harder group with Italy and Uruguay. This is not the same. But I think England will play. I mean, when I did the Opta Million, they got to the last 16 because they played Netherlands in the last 16. And I think Netherlands would beat England right now. So, yeah, I think quarterfinals par. That's kind of how far they get generally overseas. Non-European World Cup. But I mean, group could happen all last 16. But who knows?
So are you forgetting that they got to the final of the Euros? They got to the semi-final of the last World Cup.
But who won the Euros and where are they at this World Cup? It doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. But but some of them other teams you mentioned were there in it as well. So I want to say this right on England, right? I actually think it's a good thing that you guys are saying what you're saying. It's a good thing that we've been crap recently, right? Because their expectations have been lowered. I think before the sort of poor run of form in the Nations League, a lot of people talking England up and saying, even me, I thought they got a great shout to win it. But now that's kind of dissipated. I feel that might help England.
It's one of them.
That might help England. I'll tell you what, I think England will go far in this tournament.
It's one of them things, isn't it, where we could definitely go out the group stages. I could see that happening.
Nah.
But we have got the talent, the
Got some
attacking
very good
talent
players.
especially, to go really far in this tournament. It's the
Do we
defence.
have the manager? That's the
that's
thing.
the thing. It's the
to
manager
to go all the way because
and
he's
who
too
he
pragmatic.
picks, and who he picks.
He's too
And
pragmatic.
substitutions being too slow and too. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the two times England have got to the World Cup semis since 1966, obviously 1990 they were coming off the back of a Euro '88, which was terrible, lost all 3 games, and then 2018 World Cup they were coming off the back of Euro 2016 when they'd lost to Iceland. So, in some respects, having a bad tournament the previous time didn't hamper them that time. So it is hard to call, but World Cups are all about momentum as well. Build that momentum, and then once you're in the group stage, maybe it will work.
Well, I think England will do all right, unlike these two, right? But what do you guys think? And plus, you can enter the competition right now to win $1 million, the Opta 1 million. Duncan, fire away again.
Yeah, all you got to do is predict first, second, third, and fourth in each group. Get that right. And then you have all the knockout teams correctly, and then predict all those games, get all those right, and you'll win $1 million.
Okay, and don't forget to subscribe to DR Sports to get the inside track on how you could win that $1 million. Nicky from West Ham Fan TV, thank you very much. Also, Duncan and Alexander from Opta, and thank you to you as well for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.
Predict the World Cup and win $1 million. For the 2022 World Cup, Opta are offering fans around the world a chance to win $1 million. Simply predict where each team will finish in the group stages, along with the winner of each knockout fixture and overall winners to land the prize.
Click the link below to play the Opta 1 million game.
Subscribe to DR Sports for the inside track on how to win the $1 million.